Okay, I think we're live. We live? Let the chat catch up. There we go. Hey everybody. It's another stream. Yeah, I know. I can't help myself. So today we're going to be making isoamyl acetate, which is typically referred to as artificial banana flavoring. There are other stuff that goes into it, but that's, trust me, when you smell it, you'll know it. I actually made some amyl acetate, which follows the same procedure, and it does smell exactly like bananas, but I just got some isoamyl alcohol in, and I'd like to do both anyway, just to see how it would taste. Sorry, smell. I would like to taste it, but no thanks. Yeah, so we're just gonna do that here. Some of it will be watching water boil, but I'll answer chat, see what we can do. So yeah, let's get started. Let's weigh everything out. We'll need flask, which I already have, a condenser, anyone will work, but this one, Friedrich's condenser, works pretty well. We will need some, obviously, isoamyl alcohol, some glacial acetic acid, some sulfuric acid, and a bunch of shit to weigh it out with. I also put this on the top because I'm in a basement and it keeps the ether levels down. Not much gets out of the top with that added on. It's kind of overkill, but when I do use ethanol, diethyl ether tends to escape a little bit easier, so that does a really good job. So let me quick check the chat, see how we're going. Hi from Ohio. Love your stream last night. Well, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. So, yes, it's okay to say we had fun last night. Yes, I'm back again. I'm sorry. You could use that to attract bees. I don't want to try. Oh, nice. Nice to see you, Skyroar. Glad you caught the stream. Yes, I'm the Thermite guy. Hey, Madriz. Hey, Steve. Oh, nice. Nice rocket sled. Talking about some mercury or cadmium oxide thermite. No. That'll cause a lot of mercury and or cadmium to boil off, and you won't get a lot of metal at the end. So, anyway, I think we're all caught up. Nope, gotta turn on live chat. Remember, always turn on live chat. Don't let YouTube censor you. So let's get this started. We're gonna need, let me get my Nile Red beakers out here. Now this is actually an online procedure I edited here. We're gonna need 50 milliliters of isopentyl alcohol, which is here. So let's get that. Let's make a mess in the procedure. It smells like, I actually like the smell better than pentanol. It doesn't smell like there's something wrong with it as much. Yeah, they all have that isopropyl alcohol kind of sting. If you've ever smelled isopropyl alcohol or isobutyl alcohol. Need 50 mils of this. The amount's not really exact, because not all of it's going to react, because this is a reaction that doesn't go all the way to completion, because some of the products that are formed at the end of it will cause it to go in the reverse. But by removing some of the water with some sulfuric acid, we can cause it to move right along. Usually get about 80% yield or so, unless you're me, and then it's usually a lot worse. Next, we're gonna get I'm sure you know what this smells like. I still can't help but smell it, I'm sorry. Let me get my other thing out here. We're gonna need 63 milliliters of that. I am unprepared. And again, the amount doesn't really matter, as long as you're close. Oh, let's not spill it everywhere. Yeah, 65, that's okay. Put this away before I ruin my nose. put this next over here. Let me check the chat, make sure we're still live. What happened to the Thermite series? I'm still working on it, just it takes a while. And I'm in addition to working full-time plus overtime, I'm also taking classes. Tell us what I'm making. I am making isoamyl acetate, which is an ester. And esters are typically the majority of the smells you can smell, like in candy flavorings to flowers to whatever. I'm making it because it smells nice, and I'm kind of on a roll here making all different esters, so we're just moving right along. Here's what it looks like, and there's a name. Let's see. It's illegal to lick doorknobs on other planets. Well, when Elon Musk takes me away on his rocket ship, I'll remember that. Yes, the Thermite series will continue, don't worry. What is popping players? Not much, Home Slice. Yes, Thermite is prettier to watch than explosions, especially because the camera is really, really terrible at picking up explosions. I'm not a real-life chemist, I just play one online. You can call me a YouTube chemist, which has all of the qualifications that goes along with, I don't know, a janitor, I guess. So, let's, right here you'll see, if this thing would work. There we go. Sorry about, all right, good enough. Let's turn on stirring. And, oh, I guess we need a funnel. That would be helpful. All right. Oh, hold on, guys. That is really annoying. There we go. First, the acetic acid. And that is all that. 63 milliliters or 65. Next, we will add the isopentyl alcohol, or isoamyl alcohol. If that name sounds familiar, that's usually used to make poppers, but that's not what I'm going to use it for. Take out the funnel and clean that off before I make more of a mess. And then, now that that's done, we will need, move you back over, zoom out. Sorry guys for shaky cam. I'll need 12.5 milliliters of sulfuric acid, and the more the better, but sometimes you can overdo it if it's a kind of a more complex acid, or alcohol I guess, and it starts to oxidize it, so too much of a good thing is possible. So here's our acid. It's kind of a, doesn't have a smell, kind of a thick liquid. This is 98%. Going to use a pipette because it's a lot easier. Sorry for my hand in the way. And I'm sorry if you guys can't see, but I don't want to spill this. This could be a lot better, but I'm running out. So I'm sort of skimming the bottom here. Check the chat in a second, guys. Sorry if hands are tied at the moment. Now this only goes to 10 milliliters. But I found that right at the top of the K, it's right about 12.5 milliliters. And again, 13 or 12 isn't, it's not going to really matter. This is 2.5 times the original reaction size. So that's why the numbers are a little weird. Because I only have 2440 joint size glassware, And that means that a lot of when you distill it finally, when this is all done, a lot of it ends up in the actual apparatus and not in the flask. So, yeah, don't want that. And I just have an amount of sodium bicarbonate solution here that I just kind of neutralize everything with when it's all done. Move that over. Like I said, I'll check the chat in a second once I get this in. Move you here. And we're back to our acetic acid and isopentyl alcohol mix. Let me get a smaller funnel. There we go. This little guy makes cleanup a lot easier. And add it very slowly. Now, because this is a larger chain alcohol, it doesn't tend to boil as quickly as you were making, say, methyl salicylate or something, but it is important to pour it very slowly because you could have localized boiling. Now, this may be too fast for a shorter chain alcohol, but this is just fine for this. And you'll see a slight color change. That doesn't always happen, but it's normal. Make sure all that's in. The last drops. And toss it in our little bin here. And let that neutralize. That was a very nice yellow. I'll take away this little funnel on top here, and usually you could smell it right away, so I'm going to give it a little whiff. Oh, wow. Wow, that does smell very good. That is very, very good. I'll have to see at the end if I like it better than the amyl acetate that I made preferably. Now, I don't know why I'm moving you guys away from here. I apologize for that. We'll zoom out. If I can do this correctly on this really crappy tripod. I apologize for the shaky cam. There we go. There we go. Now, we'll start to heat it. And this needs to be refluxed for 1 hour. I'll check the chat in a second. Whoa. There's the top of it there. There's the water lines here. Connect those. Water goes down and then back up and out. Here's our bucket over here. And then that's the exit up there I'll attach the clamp to. So let me do that. It's not really that exciting to watch, so I'll move you back here. More shaky cam. There we go. Let me just attach the water lines. Oh, no. That's a bad idea. First, let me clamp the condenser so I don't snap it in half. That is always important. It is glass. It is glass. One second, guys. There we go. That's better. Now that we are clamped and secured, I can attach the water lines. I will check chat in 1 second. Again, I'm sorry. There we go. shaky cam again. Hold on. Let's turn on the water. And pray there are no leaks. Here we go. Oh good, it doesn't even make it up the line. What a high quality pump I have here. There we go. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to siphon it. There. Let me check the chat. See where we left off here. Janitor chemist sounds like an old video game boss. Can I make cyanide thermite? I think Nerd Rage did that. Oh, one of those stirring things. Yeah, they're really, really helpful. I'm sorry for interrupting your batch of rocket fuel. Science nerd moment. Throw the stirring thing into your morning coffee. You gotta pour the coffee, but you have to have a magnet on the bottom of your cup, so it doesn't go with it. Yes, it's a banana food flavoring or whatever. When I was in school, did I play any instruments? Not for the school, but I used to play guitar when I was younger. No taste test. Yes, it does look like gasoline. Yeah, I'm glad you love my chemistry stuff. Hey, Oliver, what's up? Am I making money with these chemicals or a hobby? No, I'm not making any money. There is a severe lack of money that is being made from this. No, it's not quite. Now, this is interesting. We seem to have there's a vapor layer forming above the, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but there is a cloud above our reaction mixture. I do not know why, but let me help that out. There we go. Keep the heat in a little bit. That's a very strong color. You know, to be honest, that was not the, it's not the same color I got when I made the other one. It actually stayed pretty clear. I mean, it sure acts like isoamyl alcohol. Well, anyway, let me check the chat. Sorry, it's skimming to the bottom. No, I'm not a chemist, trust me. Yes, I bought a lot of glassware from Now Red. Am I keeping this one? Am I keeping the stream up? No, probably. Probably not. There's not much to connect in this one, to be honest. Just pretty much the condenser onto the top. And this little gadget above that, which, by the way, I should attach. Don't know where all my Keck clips went. Oh, here they are. What do we got? Sorry, just got back from the lab doing cobalt chem as usual. Yeah, that sounds about right, Oliver. What makes me the gayest person on YouTube? I changed my name to that, and here we are. For a second, I actually spoke into the mic. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm checking my chat on my laptop, and my setup is not ideal at the moment. So I'm sorry about it being really terrible. What is spinning? That would be isoamyl alcohol and acetic acid with some sulfuric acid in it, going to make isoamyl acetate. It is labeled food because I have some flasks that are labeled not for food. And like here, no food. Just so if I put lead in them or something, I'm not going to put something I could potentially eat in that one after that. Yes, the Thermite series will continue in the future. Guess we should turn up the heat a little more. Hopefully it doesn't get darker. It's very strange. Usually it does not get this dark. Yes, I'm glad you like the Thermite series. That's it's the only thing I could ever think of to actually put on YouTube that won't waste people's time. It's kind of like this. I see smart. No, that's food. It says on the flask there. What am I going to do with it when it's done? After it's done, we will. Now it's starting to look like piss, actually, not an amber ale. Sorry, I'm tethered here. Going to take it into our separatory funnel, wash it with some water, wash it with some sodium bicarbonate, and then we're going to distill it. And I don't know if I'll be able to, the stream will be on then, but it'll distill like any other liquid. And then you'll be left with something that looks along the lines of this. Let me check chat. Yeah, synth-vids are a waste of time, especially when I'm doing them, because they usually end up in tar. Yeah, I'll do gold thermite if you send me the gold oxide. Absolutely. Yeah, just ship it to me, and I will take care of it. This is supposed to reflux, but it's sure getting dark for not even being... I mean, it's hot, but very strange. And he says he's not a chemist, now by proxy. No, it's anyone could buy the glassware on eBay. Why does beer go through you so quickly? Because it doesn't have to change color. Well, this, I would imagine, would do the same thing. I need isoamyl acetate because it smells very good. That's pretty much it. I don't know if I'm going to leave the stream up, but if you look on my Twitter afterwards, I'll post the link to the thing I used. It's online if you just search isoamyl acetate, and they'll explain it a lot better than I will. Man, that's getting dark. Well, if it starts getting too dark, we can just call it quits and then wash it early and just cut our losses, which is okay. I'm sure actually a lot is formed already. I definitely smell it. Let me check chat. Sorry guys if this is boring. Well, that'd be interesting to use it to attract bees. Just don't get any on you. 69 people watching. Nice. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. 68. Well, thank you guys for sticking around. I still, again, not sure why, but we are we are here. Here we are. I know you can get gold oxide, but it's like 3 times the price of actual gold, and I couldn't tell you how to make it offhand, to be honest. We'll make THC. I'd be interested to see someone post a full synthesis of THC. Not to use, just because I haven't seen one on YouTube yet, at least not for long. How do I oxidize gold? Mix oxygen with gold. It's very scientific. Hello, Fanatical. Or Phono Tickle. Turn this up, I think. My hot plate sucks. Two more weeks till university. Well, good luck. Gotta get my chemistry fixed somewhere. Well, I don't know if you're in the right place, but there is some kind of chemistry going on here. I don't know if it actually, I mean, I don't know, I don't think you can actually just mix oxygen and gold to make it oxidize, but if I say any more, I'm just gonna sound dumb, because I genuinely couldn't tell you. I mean, dumber than I already do. It's the banana, I don't know where you are, if they make runts, those banana runts, they basically smell exactly like that. It's, how do I say it? There's a lot of, well, here, we can, while this is going, I think we could do something else. Let's put you right here. Whoa, sorry guys. Don't hit the camera. Let's compare some. All right, let's huff some chemicals. Not really. Now, what I was saying is stuff like amyl acetate, or something you've probably smelled before, methyl salicylate or oil of wintergreen. It's a very full flavor. If you added this, say, how do I say it? If you added either of those things to a candy on its own, it could account for all of its flavor without adding anything else. But now, if you compare it to something like hexanedione, it's not an ester, but this, well, it's a very sweet smell, but it smells artificial. It only smells like one thing, whereas, your amyl acetate or your methyl salicylate would smell a lot different. Now you have stuff like nerol, which is like geraniol, different isomer. Some of this stuff you've definitely smelled before if you've actually ever. When you open the bottle and actually smell it, you'll know it. You'll know it when you smell it. That's what I'm trying to say. Very jasmine smells, and I didn't think, honestly, the cinnamon alcohol would have a lot of smell to it, but smells like an old woman's perfume, and she has a cinnamon stick in her pocket. It's probably, I mean, I'm sure it is. I don't actually eat or drink or ingest large amounts of these chemicals. So is ethyl acetoacetate, but that's actually also sold as a flavor, or, how would I say, an aroma compound. So I think it depends on how much you use and when and how often. I smell a lot of old women's pockets, I'll have you know that. Leave gold in salt water and you'll get wet and salty gold. Okay. I bet Cody would, yeah, he probably would know how to make gold oxide. He has the gold to make it too. Yes, the stuff like e-cigarettes, they're maybe not like eucalyptol, but a lot of these are heavily used in stuff like that because they're very strong, they're not, if you extract like lavender, you're not going to get the same smell even if it's from the same farm every year. But if you make something like Helianal, which is, it's starting to look a little illegal, but it's not, and that's not what I plan to use it for. But it's, when you make it, and it's that every time. So it's, you get these big companies that have to keep the recipe correct every time they make it. Just relying purely on just some kind of extract from a plant. A lot of times doesn't do it, but sometimes they will, just to be able to put it on the bottle. Not sure where I was going with all of this, but anyway, you should do your homework. This is boring. It is now looking like, well, we are refluxing, but it is now looking even worse. Much worse. But that is okay, I think. I will check chat in 1 second. Let me clean up my mess here, guys. I apologize for the dead air. Let's get us in frame here. Well, we are refluxing. I think I shouldn't take it any hotter than that. I don't feel like cleaning more tar out of more flasks. There we go. All right, let me check chat. If Cody's lab wanted to collab, Cody's collab, for just some random Thermite fun. I would absolutely do a collab with Cody. I'm his patron. One of many, but yeah, absolutely. I really, some people hate on him, but that's okay, man. He's making what he wants to make, and he has an audience that enjoys what he does. So yeah, absolutely. People are too picky. They want all natural. Oh, absolutely. That's the thing. It's that, especially the more I read about it, the company that makes the label wants to be able to put that it's all natural or only extracted from fresh whatever. But honestly, a lot of that sucks. A lot of it really sucks when you try to extract it. And what you do get after you purify it is a very, very small amount. And a lot of times it's just easier to make it. And it's a lot of times it's cleaner too. As long as you don't use, I guess, like a lead vessel or something. Sorry, excuse me to the bottom. Oh yeah, I think they'd only come after you if you're buying like, tens and hundreds of liters of the Helianal. But it's starting to look like that familiar mouse. I know when I see it, but it honestly does smell really, really good. It's hard to describe. It's not a watermelon smell particularly. It does have a floral aspect to it, but it smells like a fresh watermelon, like a freshly sliced watermelon. That's the best way I could describe it. But my GMOs, yeah. That's a whole nother stream. I wouldn't say they're amateur chemists particularly. I think they're just, you get the people who are jealous of his channel size, and he doesn't like. It's not as, like I said, I enjoy his channel, but it's not as professional as, some other places. But I don't think that would work for him. But a lot of people see his fame as, I don't know. He wasn't supposed to, which I don't agree with. But um, yeah, and people's always just mixing chemicals. But hey, fuck, you know, who cares? Honestly, who cares? You know. But I hold none of that against them. I see where people are coming from, but I think people take it a little bit too seriously. You know, it's just the internet. Uh, yeah, I don't. I always said, how could you not love Cody? But you know, you hear enough angry people, you get their side of the story. Uh, have you had the same problems with YouTube yet? No. That's why I'm not monetizing my channel. I'm not even not even thinking about it because they'll have a stroke and delete it almost immediately, I'm sure. Yeah, it is a shame Chem Player got banned. Press F for Chem Player. He does post on BitChute, but doesn't upload any of it to Patreon. I wish he would. Yeah, he does make a lot, but I think the amount of money he has enables him to do some really cool stuff. You know, like when he originally posted about buying that XRF gun, I thought, holy shit, that's a lot of freaking money. But honestly, it's really cool. I think it really was a good addition to the channel. But yeah, you know, that's just my opinion. So let's see what we got here. Moving right along. What made me switch from comedy to chemistry? I don't think I've made the switch completely. I just kind of I do what I enjoy doing, really, and that's how I figure out what I want to do. And I mean, the whole idea to just do the Thermite series, I really just I was doing them already, and I had some experience. And when I looked up even simple stuff like cobalt thermite, the people that did it, you know, maybe like 10 grams they did, and you'd get like a tiny little blob, and you'd get no metal out of it. And I thought, well, you know, I had a cheap source for all these oxides too, so I thought, well, if I know how to do them, and I have a camera, and no one else did it yet, so I'll just do it, and just ended up wanting to go through the whole list, I guess. You know, I have all the oxides I already want to do. Just a matter of getting around to filming everything. Let's check on chat real quick. How long have we been streaming for? Wow, over a half hour. So that means this has been going for maybe about 15, 20 minutes, which we have to call it early. That's okay. What makes it? What makes me think I was in comedy? It's because I picked it. That it doesn't make me funny. It just means I picked the comedy selection under YouTube. Hey Tibor, say arf arf. Get out of here, furries. I want none of you in this stream. No, I'm kidding, but I'm not saying it. Have I had trouble ordering glassware? Not really. Just, you know, it depends on what state you're looking for. In some states, they just hire a guy just to watch what people buy, and they'll like just ask you what you're doing with it. But you know, as long as I have nothing to hide here. Like, you know, it's no big deal, whatever I'm doing. But it's just don't do anything shady, and you'll be good. You know, they'll if somebody does show up, they'll tell if you have a clean conscience. They do that stuff all day long. They'll know if you're lying. So, you know, if you want to do legal chemistry, yeah, there's no real issue unless you know, like I know places like Texas, like Erlenmeyer flasks are you know, considered drug precursors, so that sucks for them. But if you live in a state where that's not the case, then it's not so bad. eBay is where I get most of it, honestly. eBay and Amazon, and the amount of orders that these places get, it's unless you are buying really, you know, like really shady things, you know, or shady amounts of things, they really don't have a reason to spend the time to look into it because there's so many. What else? No energetic materials. I said it on the stream last night. And don't get me wrong, I love seeing a good salute going up on the 4th of July, you know, scaring the crap out of you, but I don't really have a reason to make it. You know, it's just not my thing. You know, oh, what does this do? Oh, it explodes. Oh, how about this one? What does this do? Oh, that explodes. Oh, what about this one? Oh, yeah, that explodes too. So, what else we got? Oh, they do. Oh, that's really cool that you can get those. Are they jointed or are they just the regular necked? And what happens if I put nitric acid with sulfuric acid and put glycerin in it? If you try it, I don't think you'll be back to this live chat to tell me what happens. Oh, thank you for the flask. Gamingalun? I apologize, Doge Avatar Dude. Am I active on Science Madness? No. I mean, don't get me wrong, I lurk it, but it has a lot of the problems that I think a lot of online forums that have been around for a while have. You get a lot of people who want to, want to actually do something and actually want to provide for the community, which, absolutely great. But you get people who feel like the knowledge they have is, they need to keep it secret from everybody else, and it becomes kind of like an insider's club. And, it tends to drive people away. You get, that, and you get like, an 18-year-old know-it-all, who wants to give you advice, who's never, done the thing they're trying to give you advice on, and no fault to them, they may just be trying to help, but no, I don't spend a lot of time on forums too much anymore, at least posting. I'm on Twitter though, you can look me up there. Can you do alcohol catalyzed magnesium reduction of cesium? That would be interesting, but I'd like to see Nerd Rage do it first, even if that means I have to send him the cesium. Made a brand new compound. What is it? But the blowtorch, you can buy one and change it yourself. Oh, sorry, I'm reading something else. Lenny. Hello, my fellow retards. Hello, NK. Oh no, it's Science Madness isn't. Don't take what I said as like knocking Science Madness. It's a really great forum filled with some really well described and detailed knowledge that's not usually found anywhere else. Don't get me wrong. But like with anywhere, you go into a bar with 10 people, chances are one of them is not going to like you, Yeah, that is 90% of the internet. So it sort of comes with it comes with the what's the word? Shit, brain fart. It comes with the territory. It does. How old am I? I am 28. Highly energetic material is waterproof and foldable. No felonies on the stream, please. I got a shit ton of glassware. I want to do a challenge collab one day. I mean, I'm not a very good chemist. You'd probably win. Yeah, Science Madness is a good forum to lurk. It's better to sit on the sidelines than participate in some of the drama that comes up. It's not a lot either, but it's there. It's a right, it's underneath. Like I said, like with anything. So, well, thankfully this doesn't look like it's gotten any darker, I hope. Is my heat stirrer with a ceramic plate? Yes, it is. This is well, I have some lame sticker on it, but it is a Corning. Or, yeah, I think. Yes, this is how I make my coffee. What's my Twitter name? You can look me up. I'm Thylacine Dreams, or you just type in gay a bunch of times, and I'm at gay. Well, that doesn't. 115 fever, that does not sound good. Mandatory government housing, yeah, that's typically how it goes. Be making coke, no. Yeah, I think the King of Random did that already, or they boiled it or something. You could check it out. Oh, hey, Rodnide. What's up, dude? Yeah, it is pretty gay. So we are about, let's see here. Gotta be about half hour or more into it. What's this for? This is just because it smells really good. If you saw the title, if anyone didn't, we're making isoamyl acetate, or artificial banana flavoring. Now let me take a whiff. Probably just gonna get a big face full of ether, but ugh. Oh, that is fucking dreadful. Yeah, dipentyl ether is awful. No, not, you don't smell any of the banana. All the up here in the top of the condenser is just all the ether that's forming as a side reaction, and it's awful. If I used food grade stuff, I could eat it. Yes, I could. And honestly, you probably could anyway, because for how much you'd used for flavoring, even if there was just like a piece of arsenic in it, like dissolved into it, for how much you'd use, you'd probably get near zero exposure. You know, but still, you know, no heavy metal exposure is good, or at least better. What do we got here? The most dangerous compound I have been exposed to. I have not really been exposed to too many dangerous compounds. Maybe, I was dissolving some stuff with platinum on it with aqua regia, so probably like the nitrogen oxides, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I can't say I have any horror stories. How does diethyl ether smell? It's hard to describe. Everyone says it has an ethereal smell, and I guess if you smell other ethers, yeah, it does smell similar. But the only way I can, no, it just smells like, well, I would say the first thing that comes to mind, it smells like starter fluid, because that's what it is. But it smells like a combination of a science lab and a mechanic's garage at the same time. Why the username? Why your username? Yes, it's very spicy water. Liquid type thermite. Not sure how I do that. That'd be interesting. Like a moldable thermite, maybe. Like get some instead of flux, maybe use like a resin or something. Kind of wet it with acetone or something. Get it to harden. My dad used to snort diethyl ether in med school. I mean, they used to use it as anesthesia. So I mean, it's not, you're not gonna drop dead from smelling it once, but it's not exactly good. Once got a whiff of hydrofluoric acid. I spraying that dust off spray into a flame. Yeah, it's you'll know it when you smell it. It hurts. Some of it is actually generated with the thermite reactions. It's hot enough to break down the calcium fluoride and the cryolite, and you get a little whiff of it, but you don't put your head into that anyway. Can I start a car with a banana if you push it hard enough? I have a Discord channel? No, I don't have a Discord channel, but you can join the Explosions and Fire Discord channel if someone wants to post the link to that. Hey Danielle, yes, live video of boiling alcohol. Mercury amalgam, that would be interesting. But yeah, I think you're getting into the plastic explosive territory there. Yep, now red. No oven explosions, that's good. No, I'm not going to make a Discord, because I don't go on the Discords I'm a part of to begin with that much. What thermite reaction generates the most UV light? That would be really interesting to find out. Definitely something that uses magnesium. The one thing that actually, that I did have a video on was the nichrome thermite. Now that was bright. That was one of the brightest thermites I ever made up until I did the cerium thermite with magnesium. That was, yeah, that was quite a thing. The camera didn't really pick it up that well, but hold on one second, guys. We're gonna start handing out wrenches. There we go, rhodonide. Yeah, it is not. It's not a good smell. Yeah, so I've heard of the hacker known as 4chan. He's just a bad person. You know, he just does a lot of bad things to good people, and I hope they bring 4chan to justice. And I hope he serves time, because he'll deserve it for hacking stuff. Can I do a synthesis of potassium? I mean, like I said before, I'd like to I'd like to see Nerd Rage do it first, but I mean, if it works, absolutely. That might not be for a while though. He definitely. How I lost my eye and other eyes are. Yeah, hacked election. There's a lot of foreign meddling going on. The most illegal or shady thing I have. I wouldn't tell you then if it wasn't. No, I'm kidding. I don't have anything that's illegal. I mean, if you're talking drug precursors, I mean, that Helional is getting pretty close, but like I said, didn't really plan on using it for anything like that. And I guess technically I'd have something more akin to like explosives precursors, but nothing, no like fuming nitric acid or anything like that. Just I have some perchlorates, no perchloric acid. Yes, we do need a list of chemistry channels. Can I synthesize dank memes in high yields? If by dank memes you mean tar, yes, I'm extremely good at that. Yeah, you're right. The autistic astronomers are finding people and they're stealing flags. I hope Windu comes back, to be honest. No, I genuinely don't have anything that's illegal because I don't really have a use for anything that would be illegal. I don't know if fuming is illegal, but if you, with the stuff I have on hand, it would look weird. But like I said, none of it is illegal on its own. Lenny. Yes, it is getting darker. It's not as dark with this. Okay, it's getting a little darker, but that'll come out in the distillation. My fat fingernails. Sorry, skipping me to the bottom here. I'm missing a lot of your comments. I'm sorry if I miss it, guys. Where are my fab fingernails? Hold on 1 minute. I keep them in this crucible, as you do. As you do with all fingernails. The last one's caught on fire. Yeah, it's getting black, but we'll wash that out. Care to explain the fingernails? I don't think there's much to explain. They're just pieces of plastic from China. And they stick to your fingers. And then they catch fire, apparently. Thinking of making a home lab, but worried about police. I mean, it's always something to worry about, but if you're not doing anything illegal, you know, all they'll do is like come through. Hey, what's this? What are you using it for? Hey, what's this? What are you using it for? And do you have any of this? If you do, what are you using it for? And if you have an answer for all of it, I mean, there's no problem as long as anything's not explicitly illegal. You know, there are some, like I said, some states where that could vary a lot. But, you know, if you have like 2-liter flasks and, you know, big separatory funnels and stuff like that, you know, yeah, they'll look at you weird, of course, you know, big Buchner funnels, but, Yeah, NK, yeah, that's, most of the time they don't really give a shit because they don't have the power to look. You know, they don't have the kind of money to look, but it, you know, when they show up, they show up. No. Iodine or potassium, I mean, I have potassium permanganate, and I know, yeah, it's used illegally as, I mean, a lot of oxidizers are used for that kind of thing, but it's not, it looks bad when you have them all together like that. You know, if you have just iodine or a small sample, but if you got like a half a kilo of iodine, you know, and a bunch of, you know, propionophenone, stuff like that, they're going to look at you a little weirder. Yeah, this piss is getting very dehydrated. Speaking of which, I should take a drink. Sorry, guys. All right. Well, I think we're going to call it there because that is getting very dark. And we've been going for, it's been over 30 minutes, so we can turn the heat off. Turn the stirring off. Move this out of the way. Yes, it does float. I have it hooked. No fume hood. I have I'll lean you back here. That little trap at the top stops most of any of the ether getting out. Good hot plate to get. I have a Corning 420D, but that's on the more expensive side, but I didn't want an unreliable hot plate because that's not something that's very enjoyable. Yes, one that works. That is the most important one that works. And it's typically not the cheapest one on Amazon either. It's an ether, not diethyl ether, because we're using isoamyl alcohol. Instead of coupling with the acid, it couples with itself, and it boils at a much lower temperature than the alcohol. So a lot of it gets trapped up at the top, which, again, let me take a whiff. Doing this for you guys. Oh, it smells like really, really awful raspberries. Really awful raspberries. Yes, it couples with itself. Ether is very asexual. I'm making amyl acetate because it smells really good. That's basically it. Thank you, Z-Man. Well, anyway, let me get some water. You can cool this off. I could smell it all the way on the other side of the room. It smells absolutely amazing in here. And not like the ether. Yes, foot reveal. It's, I'm sorry you had to see it. Yes, flip-flop chemistry. It's the best way to do chemistry. Give this a little bit of what for? And then we can move on. What does it smell like? It smells like artificial banana candy. Yeah, like exactly like artificial banana candy. No, oh, it's got a kind of apple smell to it. Oh, it's got a kind of fruity. No, it's straight banana flavor. It's amazing. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of it in chat. It's zooming by on the camera here. I'll check it in a second. Yes, chemistry live stream. As boring as it sounds. Can I make a tendy ketone? What, put chicken nuggets through a ketene lamp? Well, that could be cooler, but it's not too bad. Gonna do this like an idiot for a couple more minutes. Chill stream now, kill stream later. Yeah, go watch the kill stream later. Oh, hello from America. Paola. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Yes, hello to all my international viewers. You guys are just like the Americans. I'm not sure why you're here, but hello and thank you anyway. Yeah, just look up the kill stream. It's just it's like a shit posting kind of stream. There's a lot of drama if you're kind of into that, I guess. No, I'm actually cooling it. Let me check the chat. What are the ingredients? Okay, we have isoamyl alcohol, glacial acetic acid, and small amount of sulfuric acid to catalyze the reaction. Oh, nice. I see everybody posting where they're from. Hello, everybody. Russia, Germany, Denmark. Wow. Canada? Well, we don't want Canadians here. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. No, I'm kidding. I mean, yes, you could use it in food. It's used every day as a flavoring. This is the banana flavoring. This isn't some kind of amateur knockoff flavoring. This is it. You know, it may not be as pure as something maybe you could buy in a store, but this is the stuff. Finland, Romania. Yeah, I'll take a sip of some sulfuric acid water. Sure. What's my background? There's a Ziploc bag box there. There's some crystals there. There's some eyeballs. That's the background. But no, I don't have any chemistry background at all. I do metal fabrication as a job. Purple girl. I'm from Iraq. Wow, nice to meet you, man. It's amazing. Yes, heavy metal fabrication. We do a lot of work for industry. Make like platforms and mezzanines and ductwork and big ovens and some pretty cool stuff actually. Hello from Mexico. Well, hello from America. So that seems about right. We will detach it here. And it is floating. That's okay. I think this will work a little better. Hello from basement. Hey, are you in my basement? Hello from Auschwitz. Wow, it's... Are you at the museum? Hello from Texas, which is... You are correct. It is its own country. Looking up ketene labs got IP ban. That's... Oh no, I just spilled it everywhere. I am an idiot. Oh no, what else is new? Hold on, guys. Okay, I think it's cool enough. Jesus Christ. Well, to quote Doug, well, that's live chemistry for you. Hold on, guys. Let me check the chat. Oh, hey, I got a leg reveal. I didn't even see I wasn't shot there. The danger. I think Doug just had life get in the way. Yes, the flip-flop sounds. That's the best. Flip-flops are the best thing to handle acid in. Just so you guys know. Play with some super acids. That's all right. Well, I mean, I'll have the flip-flops on for it if I do. But no thanks. So, now that this is sufficiently cooled and it looks like really, really unhealthy urine, we will, hold on guys, I apologize. How am I gonna do this? Sorry. Okay, I got it. Sorry, I'm out of frame here. I will readjust it in a second. Wow, I'm way out of frame. Okay. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat at the moment. Make sure the stop clock is closed. Well, I look at the procedure because I can't remember anything. Oh, okay. So we will add this, about 150 milliliters, to the step funnel. And try not to get the giant stir bar to fall in. Hold on, guys. Do not want to buy another step funnel. Wow, this smells really amazing, even with the acetic acid still in it. Wow. Alright, now that that's in, we will add nothing yet, because I don't have a flask. Hold on, guys. Shit. Okay, we could do this. We could do this. We'll do it live. Get some distilled water. First is 125 milliliters. If I don't spill it everywhere like an idiot, which I already have, we'll add that. We'll add that to our isoamyl acetate. There's 100. Do this so I don't make a little mess. And the amount's not too, doesn't matter too much. 125. And that is our first washing. Now this one, just swirl it a little. We'll shake the other ones, but this one you want to swirl. So you're not waiting as long for it to separate. Sorry guys, not looking at the chat. I will in a second. And you'll see some of the colors actually move down into the water layer, which is right here. And here is our isoamyl acetate with some pentanol, or isopentanol, still in it. And I'm sure some acetic acid. And some, well, I would assume most of the sulfuric acid is down here, but there is still some here. And you'll see that when you wash it with sodium bicarbonate. So we'll let that separate, and I will get a solution of 5% sodium bicarbonate, which, I mean, it's not exact, but you just basically take 5 grams and add that to 100 milliliters of water. And that's it. So I will weigh that off camera. Now you'll need more than 100 milliliters, but that's basically just what you do. Sorry guys, I'm not looking at the chat. I will in a second. How much will I need here? I'll just make 500 milliliters. So we will need, no, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, we will need 12 grams of sodium bicarbonate and 250 milliliters of water. Once again, I'm sorry for the dead air. So, here is our 12 grams. And we'll get our flask again. Or, sorry, graduated cylinder. I don't think this is really necessary, but too late now. $200. So here's our 250 milliliters of water and our sodium bicarbonate. I'll just give that a little bit of a mix. And we'll use that as our stock solution. We won't use all of it, but we'll use that to wash out the acid from what's left after the next washing. So, now that it's pretty much all separated, we will get another flask if I can find one. We'll just use this because I'll have to clean it anyway. Or no, I won't because it doesn't fit. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay, get our flask and not be in front of the camera. slowly but surely we're collecting the water layer. Hopefully it's pulled out some acetic acid. Isoamyl alcohol isn't very soluble in water, so that's not going to come out, or shouldn't come out as much as the rest of it will, but it will come out. Almost there. We will just stop it for a second, let it calm down. Okay. Actually, sometimes what can happen is a vortex forms, and you'll have products start getting sucked from the top layer down, you know, like a regular vortex. Duh. But, alright, we're almost at the end here. Just make sure. Last couple drops. Let some of that go through. Alright, that is our first washing. Next, we need 65 more milliliters of water for the next washing. Here we go, and that goes in. Now this one will shake. Let me find a stopper. Take out the funnel, put the stopper in, and then we'll give it a shake. You don't want to do that too much because you'll overpressurize it. Not with this in particular, but a lot of stuff like this, you'll end up overpressurizing it. So it's good to crack the vent once in a while as you do it. Now this will take longer to separate, but it'll be a much better extraction of the water than before. There we go. Now it looks like cloudy urine. A lot of yellow chemistry. Very delicious looking, let me tell you. Let's let that settle. I'll check the chat in a second, and I will get rid of this. And you'll see even more of the color was sucked out of it, but not as much. Not sure what would be happening here. Some kind of polymerization, maybe. I don't know. But let that settle, and we will continue on. So let me check the chat real quick. Next, we'll wash with sodium bicarbonate once that separates. And we'll need to do 3 washings, so 65 milliliters of each. So we'll take our beakers, or cylinder, whatever. You know what it is. About 65 mils. We'll set that aside for the next one. In the meantime, I'm gonna get some of this glassware. So 1 second and I'll check chat. Yeah, I know, 1 second. No, it doesn't have to be exactly 65 mils, but it's... Okay, let me actually check chat. Oh wow, okay, it's skipping me to the bottom. I missed a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Oh no. There we go. I'm just gonna skip to the bottom, so I'm sorry. What is a chemical lamp? It's a lamp that uses chemicals. Oh, somebody beat me to that. Thioacetone. Yeah, we'll do this down here, and then no gas mask or anything. Buy a shake weight. Can you still buy shake weights? Made this stuff recently. Yes, it actually really does. It smells really good. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a chemist by any means, but it's a very simple chemical reaction that if I can do it, I'm sure anyone else can. Because it's 2 steps, really. Just the synthesis and then the distillation. Make Flex Seal. I think Phil will be breaking my kneecaps if I do that. Can you add me on Discord? I don't have a Discord. I don't know if Road Knight's still here. If anyone has the link to the Explosions and Fire Discord, they could post that here, or I'll give them the moderator rights to post it if anyone has it. But add me on Fortnite. I haven't played in a long time, but you can add me on there. I play sometimes as Cancel All Anime. That's a lot of it'll be a lot of damage. It'll be a lot of restitution. How much did your current setup set you back? I mean, it wasn't all necessary, but like about $1,000, let's say, give or take. It depends on what you're looking for. I would maybe if you include the chemicals, maybe 2K, but the glassware maybe around 1,000. But like I said, it's not all necessary, and a lot of it I actually bought from Nile Red because I wanted to support his channel. So, I may have bought 2 when I should have bought 1 of something. But hey, it goes to him. Yes, cancel all anime with spaces. Yes, I can repair them with Flex Seal. That's the thing. They come for their money, but they realize the product they make is helping people get back on the road. It's add me on Grinder. I'm not on Grinder. Sorry, I missed. Jack, what is the isoamyl acetate for? It smells like bananas. That's it. Did I use acetic acid or acetic anhydride? I used anhydrous acetic acid. So 99%, good enough. Acetic anhydride is a level beyond anhydrous acetic acid. Other than it being illegal. No, I didn't make the acetic acid myself. It's cheaper just to buy it. You can get a gallon for $50. But if you can't get it for some reason, it's pretty easy. Yes, Now Red needs supporting. He does. There's a lot of really good chemistry channels on there, but Now Red's one of them. And they all need support, but he does too, because, well, of course, why not? What do we got here? Okay. Now that seems to be separated enough, so let's do this again. Let's take the top off so it actually drains. And we'll wash it with sodium bicarbonate after this drains. Lower this a little bit. Lower you a little bit. What is a cheap source of grease for glass joints? Honestly, you're better off just buying a bottle of the Dow Corning fluorinated grease. There are other stuff. There is other stuff, but one bottle will last you your entire life. You use so little for it, and you get so much of it. I'll show you what I use. I mean, it's just a standard vacuum grease. I have maybe used 2 milliliters in total. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, well, that's what you get when you don't pay attention. you get to do it again. That's okay though. It'll separate easy. Always pay attention. This is why I don't check chat. No, I'm kidding. That'll separate again in a second, and we can continue and get some product loss, but that's okay. Anyway, let me go back to checking chat. Vaseline does work, but it doesn't hold up to like the real strong stuff sometimes, especially when it's hot. Yeah, acetic acid is useful for, acetic anhydride is useful for turning morphine into heroin. But I don't know why someone would, unless they're doing it on a huge scale, in which case that's a whole nother story. Morphine's strong enough on its own, you know, why? Well, I don't know what would drive someone to do that. Oh, there are other artificials like this. It's basically any alcohol and any acid joins to form an ester. That's basically the basis of a lot of what you smell and taste. I haven't been on in a while if you can't find me on Fortnite, so maybe they changed something. Yeah, maybe Nerd Rage is secretly a girl. You never know. Now, interesting, propionic anhydride is used to make fentanyl, like acetic anhydride is used to make another opioid. Thought that was interesting. Off topic, but interesting. Now this time we'll actually pay attention. I'm watching it, guys, don't worry. I'm watching it. I'm watching it. It's getting close. Oh no. It's getting too scary for me, guys. Nerd Rage is a shill. No, Miles Power is the shill. He's the GMO shill. Make sure you don't turn that the wrong way at the last second. Because then you'll do the whole thing over again. How do you know the Nerd Rage is a man? That could just be a stand-in. You never know. He uses the voice modulator. All right, that's done. Pour that into our waste container. We're getting most of the acetic acid out. Now, we'll add this, what we weighed out 65 milliliters of our bicarbonate solution, 5%. Now you'll notice that there's not a lot of gas being formed, which means a lot of the acid should have been washed out. But this happens, and I have overflowed so many separatory funnels doing it like this. Always go slow, because you get a little bit of surface area that reacts. And once it starts to react, it mixes, which gives more surface area, which fills this up very fast. So take it real slow when neutralizing acids after an esterification. Because it'll be, actually, if you're wondering why all that cardboard is missing, that was from me making hexyl propionate, and exactly what you think happened. Add the rest of our acid. I actually don't know how to send a PM on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. You can look me up at Thylacine Dreams, or just look up the name @gay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. There were no spaces. Sorry, Thomas. I said, I haven't been on in a long time. I just don't have the time. It's a lot of fun, but just don't have the time. So now this is definitely where we're gonna want to vent it. So we're gonna do it nice and slow, and you'll hear it. And it sprays everywhere. So keep that in mind. So there is still some acid. What you can do, just leave it open, and swirl it. Doesn't mix it as well, but you don't get stuff spraying all off the top every time you open it. Now always hold the bottom real tight, because that won't be as easy to clean up. It's starting to smell really good. Compared to the amyl acetate, this has more of a, I would say, a penetrating banana flavor. It's much more sugary, I'd say. Like it smells like it smells like you added more sugar to amyl acetate, and there's isoamyl acetate. It's hard to describe. The amyl acetate smells like it's got a little bit of like a fattier, but not like a waxy kind of smell to it, but it's still very much banana oil, or what they call banana oil, I guess. That should be enough for our first wash. Let it all drain out of the top. Wash it off the sides. And crack the top. Wow, it smells really good. This is why I love this type of chemistry. So you don't have to work in a fume hood. You're not disgusted by the smell. You know, very nice, very nice. And now I'll actually check the chat in a second. Once I pour some more, because I need to do 2 more of these washings. $65 more milliliters. Set that aside. See, it's separating pretty quickly now. That would tell me that a lot of the amyl alcohol is being taken out of it, and now we're just left with a lot of the ester. But there's still some left, which we'll have to remove by distillation. Yes, penetrating banana flavor. Isolate the gay gene. Yeah, I think... I don't know. I think too many chemicals are in the water now, and it's not everybody has the gay gene. I mean, all the frogs have it. Yeah, I only have 1-on-1 in squads. I usually, when I played Fortnite, I usually played after having a couple glasses of wine. So it was a lot of fun, but I didn't win a lot. I should distill farts and cum to make a gay perfume. I think a gay perfume is most perfumes. Now my hands smell like bananas. Yeah, no, I can't drink carbonated alcoholic stuff because I actually had stomach surgery a couple of years ago, so it's no fun. But I can drink wine and stronger stuff. But yeah, so there's that. Make ricin from castor oil. No, thank you. Yes, dichromate is a nice color. The gay frogs did win. That's we let it happen. We stood by and we let it happen. So now that that's separated, we can drain it and pay attention to it while it's draining. You can shoot vodka directly in your blood. You can also use a tampon. I do not recommend it, but you can. I guess I should put away the grease. Get the last of it off. Some water that trickled down, we'll get rid of that. lose some of our product, but that's okay. I'm just smelling it anyway, really. Now that's that. Now we can add our next washing. It's getting very, very fruity in here. It's not just me. Get our last 65 milliliters. And we'll shake this guy up. And there's still some acid, but that's what we're washing it for. And to answer, someone asked before, why exactly 65 milliliters of 5%? Well, I'm mostly just going by what they told me to do, but a lot of it has to do with, you know, well, if you add a little extra acid, then however much you use of the bicarbonate solution, unless you overkill it, you know, then it might not be enough. And then you might have sulfuric acid when you go to distill the ester, you know, and that'll oxidize it as it gets hot. Because you could do it under vacuum, but it's not really. I mean, you could, you know, and it would work out pretty well, but it works well enough not under vacuum. You just want to make sure you don't have any oxidizing acids left in the mix while you're doing it, or it'll look even worse. Yeah, someone said I look like I'm swirling cognac. Yes, and no, I can't talk and do this at the same time to answer your other question. If it was a question. I saw buzz by in chat. And good. So that sounds like most of it's gone. But we'll do one more at the end. No steak flavored banana. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of the chat, so I apologize if I missed your question. Yes, chemistry in real time is very boring. This is why Nerd Rage edits his videos and does time lapses. It is not. I figured it'd be nice just to chat with everybody, you know, just to hang around on a Sunday, you know, see what's up. But yeah, if you're doing this just for the chemistry part, it's really boring. My favorite esters that I made: octyl acetate, methyl salicylate, isoamyl acetate, and methyl anthranilate. Yeah, you know, I haven't made octyl acetate yet, but I've made heptyl acetate, which is, I'm sure it smells pretty close. The other ones do smell the same, with some difference. I'll say that. There's kind of a general fruity smell. They all kind of, some smell like stronger fruit, some smell like not so strong fruit. Cannot study when you have access. Oh, have a night. Oh, see you, dude. And hey, everybody who is leaving, sorry, I'm this chat is really having trouble. Do I enjoy ambient noise to electronic to creepy what the fuck music and art? Oh, I'll have to check it out. I usually do. I listen to some weird stuff, I guess. I don't think argon crystallizes. Helium does, yeah. I have some big helium crystals. Here's a book of helium crystals. That's, yeah, they crystallizes into orange strips like this. Okay, this is helium crystals. Ignore what it says on the front. But yeah, I'm telling the truth, guys. This is turning into last night's stream very quickly. Anyway, we'll drain this off. How long did it take me to do the parodies of the other channels? Oh, thank you. A lot of the channels I parody or I plan on parodying, I watch them all the time anyway. So by watching them, I sort of pick up on little things about it, you know, about their channel. Like I was gonna include something along the lines of blasting something with a heat gun for a Nile Red thing, but it comes with just watching it, you know, and they sort of fall together after a while. You know, like I had some arsenic samples, and I saw Cody doing his thing, so I figured, hey, I could do that too. Make awful flavor combinations in general. Grape mashed potatoes. That, yeah. The only problem is that in addition to the esters being terribly made and off color, so will the food I make. So I'm an awful chef. When I make rice, I actually have to weigh it out because I'm so terrible at eyeballing it. Get the last of this out. And add our, well, what's left of that to the mix. There shouldn't be anything left here, but this is just to get rid of any residual acids that kind of skirted by. See, there's no bubbles forming. And once again, see, this is where everybody edits out for brevity. But live, can't do it. And see, the color is sort of stabilized. It's still off color, but it looks better than it did. A lot of it came out with that first run. Could have been an impurity maybe in the acid, you know, or either of the acids. If the alcohol wasn't pure. I didn't really test any of my reagents before I did it, but it worked before, so. That should be good. Flip it over. Wash the walls. How long have we been streaming for? Holy shit. Wow, 102 minutes. Wow. My favorite kind of, yeah, chemistry is basically just dangerous cooking, with a lot more going on. Favorite content from Cody. I mean, I like most of his stuff, to be honest. I like him as a presenter, I'd say, above just the topic. But his, I really like his precious metal extraction series. That's probably one of my favorites because it's information I can use directly. It's not, you know, I thought it was cool putting sunglasses on the sun. Don't get me wrong, that was pretty cool, but that's not something I'm gonna do then. You know, there are some precious metal extractions I would like to do, so seeing something like that, you know, simplified it's a lot nicer. But I actually have a book, like the same one he has, but when you see someone doing it in front of you, it's a lot easier than reading a book, at least for me. Because I might have said it before, but you see, oh, a red compound precipitates from the solution, and it's brick red colored. Okay, there's a lot of brick red colors, you know, but actually seeing someone do it and actually seeing the color that it is on camera kind of gives you a little extra confidence, you know, that you're not just mixing chemicals. But, so what do we got here? No, you're not banned from the chat. I might have just missed your some of the stuff. I'm sorry. Can I make thermite out of cinnabar? That's mercury sulfide, but I do have some mercury oxide, but thermite from that would just boil off a lot of mercury. Where is nitric acid used commercially? Any kind of nitration reactions that you need. A lot of it's used like as a feedstock. So, you know, for instance, I mean a lot of places, but if you're making dyes, you gotta go through that step of using nitric acid at one point. You know, so just dyes alone is a huge use for it. But you know, explosives. You know, as humans, we make a lot of explosives, But there are other things for obviously dissolving mineral samples. You know, obviously niche things, but a lot of ones that I'm not familiar with because I'm not a chemist. Used to work at a cheese factory. That sounds fun. Let that settle. Snort the mercury for a good time. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty gay. You're right, Topher. It's very gay. Yeah, the metal industry uses it a lot. It's not something that, you know, like the average consumer would just pick up at a grocery store and like add to their daily, you know, grocery list. But there's a reason there's hundreds of thousands of, you know, metric tons produced. I don't know if that's the exact number, but you know what I mean. Get the last of this out. And then we're done with this. Now that we've washed it, all of the acid should be out of it, and anything else, hopefully. So what we'll do, that could have been bad. That could have been really bad. Okay, anyway, we're gonna ignore that. And get a small flask. Hold on, guys. What is that, about 100 mils? Hold on one second. Where are all my flasks? Beakers, whatever they're called. Where are they? All my flasks are gone. Somebody stole them. Alright, guys, hold on one second. All right. Yeah, they in echo quotes stole the flasks. They're they're here. They're everywhere. They're stealing the glassware. Yeah, I could just make one out of Flex Seal. All right, now that we have a semi-clean flask, zoom out a little. We can shaky cam this until I get it in the right spot. Can I show my element collection? I don't really have it all in one spot to easily show. I mean, I could maybe in another stream, but don't really have. It's not easily showable on camera at the moment. So what we'll do now is we'll drain this into a beaker of a good size. There's probably still some water in here. There might be some sodium bicarbonate. Definitely some isoamyl alcohol. Hopefully no acetic acid at this point. We washed it enough. That should be all gone, or reacted with any sodium bicarbonate. I see some water coming through, but that's okay. We'll take care of this in a second. Looks like oil of banana. It really looks like banana oil. Look at that color. Shut this. Look at that. Nice piss. Wow. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. It's very nice. Okay. Now that that's done, we can take this and we'll get a little potassium carbonate. If I could find a scoopula. There we go. Take out a little bit. A little more isn't gonna hurt. This is overkill. That's okay. What that'll do is that'll suck out any of the extra water that's left in there. It's pretty clear already, so there shouldn't be too much left, but you'll see it clumping together if I get it on camera. See it start to all kind of accumulate in a pile. That's good. That means it's sucking out all the water. There we go. Stay in frame. Focus, you fuck. There we go. Anyway, I'll let that sit for a second. How many mils do we have here? We have... Perfect. We have a little under 75 mils, so that will fit perfectly in a 100 milliliter flask, and we will distill from there. $100 milliliter flask. Now, usually that you'd filter this. There's so little here that I think you'd lose it. Now, some is going to be lost in this big blob of potassium carbonate, which is why you don't want to use too much. But that's most of it right there. Now there's our water left in the bottom. Here we go. There we go. So, let's set up for distillation. If I can find somewhere to put it. Hold on, guys. Oh no. Everything's falling apart. There. Put all this away. Sorry guys, it's going to be a lull in the action while I get this set up. Air fanatical. Just don't go crazy with it. Sorry guys, don't really have much to say in the meantime. Just going to set up our distillation here. Just gonna get rid of all this shit. There we go. Thank you. Yes, I have a lot of Nile Red flasks. There we go. Move all this out of the way. No, I don't work with the chemistry section. Or, I know what you're trying to say, and it didn't come out right when I tried to say it. No, I don't work in the chemistry field. This is just a hobby. Move all this. Disconnect our water from our other one. Blow some bubbles, I guess. Disconnect, sorry it's off camera, but currently disconnecting the other condenser. That's this one. One more freaking piece of glassware to wash. Make a Patreon, no thank you. I don't actually have to post content. Sorry for the shaky cam. Do I have safety glasses on? You'll have to come and find out. All right, need thermometer. Wow, it's 4 o'clock already. Thank you guys for sticking around here. I might, once we get the first drops, I may cut it short because it's getting long and I have to take my dog out and stuff. But it basically goes like any other distillation at a certain point. Just comes over, you're left with a bunch of shit at the bottom, and then you should have a clear liquid at the end. But do that, but don't do it because I have to get a stir bar in there. And that's typically not good to do either, but oh well. Probably really looks terrible on camera with all this shit lying around. But, maybe one of the guys. There. This is probably the most annoying part is here's getting all the glassware set up correctly. Alright, hooking up the condenser. Now let's get some kick clips on here. Get our thermocouple, which is just a pipette sealed at the bottom, and the thermocouple is shoved in there, and that'll go in here. Whoa. But don't do that, because you got to put the cap on first. Wow, okay. Don't listen to me, I'm an idiot. There we go. Get it down to where it's going to be going. There's not really only two things that are going to possibly be coming over here, so it's not going to be exact, but that's okay. Get our thing set up here. Turn that on. You can start heating this. Sorry guys, I'm not looking at the chat right now, so I'm sorry if I miss any of your questions or anything like that. And just add this to the end. And then at a receiving flask down here, not a lot going on this end, but I'll get that set up while you watch. There we go. Slowly heating, and I'll wrap that in a second. I could do this better. Hold on, guys. There. Now, be able to see the actual temperature. Actually have something on camera that people would want to actually see. But can you see it? Let's wait for chat to catch up. There we go. We are currently in 26.5 degrees science. They still head here. I'll just get a couple more cat clips. Another flask. I did have another Nile Red laying around here, but that is somewhere. Okay, we're all hooked up. Let's get some water flowing. Give me una minuto. That's Spanish for 1 month. Just changing out the pump and hookups here. Because the Nile Red one is fancy and uses threaded condenser. Very fancy. Some wire management. Tightening on these condenser pieces. Got one more to do. Then we can start the water running. Get some ice in there and move right along. Have a good night. Sorry guys if I missed any of you guys. Here's that. I'm gonna get some water running through here as long as everything is tight. Yeah, thanks for coming on, everybody. I really appreciate it. I don't know why anyone would stay around this long, but thank you for sticking around. Here comes the water. And there we go. Water is flowing. Cool. Move this terrible tripod. Okay. Turn the heat up a little more. Let's go back from a long phone call. We are still doing isoamyl acetate, but this is what's in the flask right now. Should be almost all isoamyl acetate and maybe some alcohol. Should be no acid left and maybe a little water, but it should all just come over at once around, I think 143. I'd have to look it up, but it's around that in degree science. Now we just have to wait for it to heat up. No, you probably don't need water, but I do it anyway, just because. Having a little bit of water keeps the smell down too, for what comes over. Ice water helps even more. Oh, I do plan on using aluminum foil. I'm actually getting that right now. A little cape on this guy. Challenging me to a boxing battle, okay. Yes, gay boxing is a new sport. I think it's brand new, like this stream brand new. Yeah, aluminum foil, yes. All right, now I'll actually check the chat. So sorry if I missed anything. What am I making? We are making isoamyl acetate, artificial banana flavor, and I'm sure it'll conduct better if I put some stuff under there. But there's only a little bit being heated up here. I have the hot plate cranked up, so I'm just gonna go hard. it's a yes, it was very, very traumatic. You should have seen. I once tried to make benzyl acetate with toluene sulfonic acid as the catalyst, and it worked great. And I was boiling off the ethanol, and methanol, and it was going good. And I hit a point, and I didn't realize it, that no more ethanol came off, and the temperature shot up to 200 in a matter of like 30 seconds, and the this guy here, it shot up through the condenser, and it turned this takeoff adapter into a squirt gun, and it just started spraying benzyl acetate flavored construction adhesive all over the place. So yeah, that was that. So always pay attention to what you're doing. Sorry, Danielle, I saw your question before. Yeah, it's the Fischer esterification. Yeah, just acid catalyzed condensation. Ethyl and propyl acetate. Yeah, I've made ethyl propionate before. Ethyl acetate I usually use it as a starting material. But they smell good, don't get me wrong, but they don't really smell like one particular thing, whereas this, it's straight up banana. Looks like we are climbing. I could probably raise this too. Man, this thing sucks. There we go. Let's get a temperature reading. Well, it's getting there. We should be boiling soon. Help the hot plate heating with Thermite. I mean, you'd only get to use it once, but I'm sure it would heat it. Sorry, I'm missing chat here. Yeah, it's totally bananas. What makes the apple sense? That's a little bit more of a harder one to pin down, because I'm sure there is some chemical out there that smells exactly like apples, but there's not one that I've found that smells exactly like apples, like as this does to bananas. Now there is. Hold on, guys. If you take ethyl acetoacetate, which it is a neurotoxin, but it smells like pear drops, and then you take ethylene glycol from antifreeze, and you do a ketalization, or however you pronounce it, you get fructone or apple ketal, and this actually smells a lot like apples. It's a green apple kind of, definitely green apple, but not quite apple. Like if you put this into something that was apple flavored, it wouldn't quite be there. I'm like I said, I'm sure there's one in particular that smells exactly like apples, but there's not one in particular that covers all the bases, I guess you could say. I'm not sure if it's actually found in bananas. If it is, it's in small amounts. I mean, it probably is if I had to guess, but it would be a guess. But a lot of them are. Like ethyl acetate is found in like stuff like wines. A lot of the heavier ones, like propyl cinnamate, you might get that in like rums or something like that. N-butyl acetate, I wouldn't say that. Sorry if I missed your comment. I wouldn't say that smells appley. It's kind of fruity. Yeah, I would say, yeah, it's got more of a general fruity banana apple smell, yeah, but not all apple. Like I said, the closest thing that I've found that smells just like apple is the apple ketal. Butyric acid, I actually have some, and I was thinking about doing it, smelling some on camera, but the whole place is gonna smell like vomit. What do I think about Nalred's rocket chemistry? I think he has the safety equipment to do it. I just don't think he's going over it in the videos, because I think he said he has a shield, and I don't know. I don't think he's gonna blow himself up, but I mean, he's had projects which I have found more fun, but I don't dislike it. You know, I do hope he stays safe. Yeah, I think he'll be okay. If he doesn't have a shield right now, he said he was gonna build one, and especially if he's scaling up from test tubes. But I would ask him. So we should be closing in on this boiling soon. Yeah, that's getting there. Yep, we are boiling now. Nice. Speed up the spinning. Turn down the heat a little. Is it the artificial flavor banana runts? Yes, it smells exactly like banana runts. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm sure they use other stuff, but it's almost exactly like banana runts. Now we are boiling. I do see some water coming off up here at the top, but I'm not worried about a little water contamination. Yeah, I don't know if I mean, definitely what he's working with is dangerous. Like, there's no doubt about it. If if you're doing a reaction mixture that could literally take you to the moon if done right, you know, but is it like those banana? Basically, any banana candy is probably going to be flavored with this or something similar. So yeah. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of chats. What is my thermocouple connected to? It's why don't I just turn the camera right here? Comes down into the top, right at the top of the still head here, right where the vapors are going to be coming over. I'm sure it could be placed better, but it's a cheap Chinese glass, and that doesn't really like to sit properly. There we go. Now we're boiling. Rapidly climbing. Turn the stirring up a little bit. Yep, there's definitely some water left in there. I could have let it sit a little longer. I could hear it flash boiling. But that's okay, it'll be driven over. Yeah, not as dangerous as Cody stuff. Yeah, it's I mean, I don't think Cody would do something he's not comfortable with, but he's definitely he definitely gets into some dangerous stuff. Only to say that. Is it going to be distilled dry? I'm gonna distill it up until the point where there's just a couple drops left, and that's usually it. You know, if there's a little bit left, that's okay. I'm not really worried about it. Like I said, I'm not trying to sell it or trying to have it super pure. Just kind of wanted to smell it. Because like I said at the beginning, I've made amyl acetate, if I can get it on camera, and this is isoamyl acetate, so really just trying to compare the smell. Let me get another piece of aluminum foil, help that along. Oh, no, we're going. We're going. Good, good, good. Wow, we had 100 people at some point. That's incredible. I couldn't find anything on it either, but I heard from a couple people that it is neurotoxic, and like I said, I don't plan on eating it anyway, but it's wasn't something I wanted to find out firsthand, you know? But like I said, it's sold as a flavor ingredient, so I'm sure it's, I mean, even clove oil is technically, you know, like bad for your liver, but amyl acetate smelled almost exactly like isoamyl acetate, so bananas, but just a little bit different. Here's the vapor front. Finally climbing. Climbing quickly, you don't see it on the thing, but that's about going up to about 84 degrees Celsius, so there should be some water coming off. It's climbing rapidly. I wasn't planning on actually having this much water come off, so I didn't really plan on having a second collection, but I might just let the first couple drips come out first. I don't think you can extract it from bananas, because the problem with this is the extraction process tends to hydrolyze a lot of esters, so you get left with a lot of planty smelling crap. I don't know if you've ever tried to steam distill like orange fruit, you know, not the skin, the fruit. You get left with a lot of, you don't get what you think you get. Now that that's climbing, let me help this out with some aluminum foil. Or get that extra push. Oh, some water dripping back down. I don't know if you can hear it. But some of the first stuff is coming over. And we are at 87 degrees Celsius, which might not be completely accurate. But that's okay. Because like I said, there's only so many things that could possibly be coming over. And there's some liquid building up in the condenser. You can see here. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat at the moment, so I'm getting ready to move. I think I could turn this up just a pinch more. Now, periodically, you'll hear it start to sputter because a lot of the water that's kind of kept up here because of the higher boiling point of everything else trying to come out. It just kind of stops being up there. Yeah, steam distillation for orange skid would work. That's how they usually get it. That the limonene and stuff like that usually comes off pretty easily. But the actual fruit, like the fruit flavor, is actually that tends to get hydrolyzed in the process. Oh yeah, you can. There's a lot of steam distilling of lemon or lime or orange peels. Attach camera to my dog. You're getting there's a lot of non-moving going on because she does a lot of sleeping. All right, looks like we have our first drops building up. We should be coming over very shortly. And this is the last step, basically. Once this is done, I have a golden retriever. Show us my dog. In the last video, if you watch the intro, she's there. But I'm not gonna... I already did a dog reveal. Yeah, look at the episode 3.5. She's right at the beginning. If you're that interested. But like I said, I'm gonna have to cut this short in a little while once we get the first drops coming over, which I see now. I'm not going to collect those. Let me get it under a flask. Sorry, shaky cam. Oh no. Everything was ruined. God, I'm sorry, guys. What the? Okay. Okay. All right. God damn it. Good stream. Not right now. What a bad time to say good stream. Get those dislikes ready. There we go. This terrible, terrible tripod. There. Now we're climbing. We're at about 138 Celsius right now. So what should be coming over should be just the isoamyl acetate. So let that come. Just a little bit more. And I see it coming through. I can start to smell it. You can see the difference. We'll swap it out. There we go. There's our product. Not yellow, banana smelling isoamyl acetate. Initiate seizure mode. No, it shouldn't be yellow. It should be transparent. The yellow was just, I think, because of the sulfuric acid, it sort of started to decompose, some of the stuff that we started with. But no, it shouldn't be yellow. Taste test? I mean, it tastes exactly like it smells. Really wouldn't be anything different there, to be honest. Oh, thank you, Analog. Dog versus Thermite. Thermite, the bounty hunter. Yes, my second channel is PewDiePie. Gotta go back to work. Oh, thank you. Thank you for showing up, Shane. And anyone, I'm sorry if I missed you or anything. Thank you for showing up. Seriously, guys. 100 people watching right now. That's why. Most of all, why. But wouldn't it taste like fire? Yeah, I mean, by saying it, I wouldn't drink it pure. I'd probably get a drop of it and mix it with like 100 milliliters of water, drink it like that. But it tastes exactly like it smells. And I mean, it tastes really good, but the smell is more than enough. Why not? I don't know. What do I plan on? Yeah, an organic color means junk. Yeah, usually. Well, yeah, I wouldn't eat sugar to taste sweet, but it would just be banana flavored water. You know, probably like this flavored water you buy at the store that like the sugar free kind of like non-sweetened flavored water probably would be what it tastes like. I don't know if they have that where you guys are. Uh, what do I plan on doing with it? Nothing. Smelling it occasionally. And it's like I said at the beginning of the stream and through points of the stream, but I don't know when you guys showed up. So like I said, I made amyl acetate and then isoamyl acetate. There are no amine groups in the molecule. It is an ester. Release it next to some bees. Yeah, that'll work. That'll make great YouTube. I'll tell you that. That would make a great video. Yes, it does. Yes, promoting huffing solvents. Yes, that if they're if they're not dangerous, yes, huff away. T-amyl acetate when? I mean, I have the T-amyl alcohol. I could do it. I didn't really think about it, but yeah, that is possible. I don't know if it would taste. I don't know if it would smell better, but it'd be interesting to try to do. I mean, the amyl alcohol fucking tastes terrible, but that's neither here nor there. No, I'm not gonna finish the croissant. You can have it. Let's move you back over here. Shaky cam once again. Zoom out. There we go. Right at the temperature we should be. Not refluxing, boiling nicely. And we're getting a nice distill rate. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, Danielle. That's literally the only thing I'm doing with it. I actually have a collection of esters I made. Give me 1 minute. Can I make something that smells like Bush's baked beans? I think that's a Bush's ester that you'd have to make. You might have to get a golden retriever involved, but I haven't looked at the synthesis. Can I add smell to metal? Probably. I mean, on the outside. What is a compounder smell? I used to know what that be. The smell, the old person's smell. It's not well, yeah, naphthalene. Yeah, I figure it depends on whose grandma it is, but it's Oh, I used to know. If you look it up, it's a lot of pop science is caught up on it, and you'll see a lot of infographics showing you which ones it is. But I think it's like some kind of aldehydes. Yeah, formaldehyde. There's other longer chain aldehydes too. I know, but I couldn't tell you which one offhand. But it's actually for some reason, unsurprisingly, I guess it's actually well documented. It's hot down here in Alabama. It is actually a very nice day here in Pennsylvania. Does the vapor from Thermite stain a lot of stuff? I don't get things next to it to have it stain anything, but I mean, it is producing some of the oxides are misting into the air because of it, and it does kind of give it a nice patina. But oh, a wonderful comment from the Danger. Fart. Thank you. That was. Is my camera stained? No. The tripod is. The tripod is definitely stained. Looks like we are about halfway through our distillation. Yes, my cam was always in the smoke. Why is my channel named The Gayest Person on YouTube? Because I picked the name a couple of years ago, and I really can't be asked to change it. And I don't take YouTube seriously enough to make a serious name for the channel. So I think it kind of sticks in an awful, cringy kind of way. There we go. Tune on and all. That's the one I was thinking of. Oh, I'm not going to change it. If anything, I might re-upload some of the videos onto another formally named channel if enough people are interested, but that won't be for a while until, you know, like I finish everything. But I'll still post here. That'll be the first place I post. Let's go back to the... I'm gonna make amyl nitrite. I did want to, I mean, not for huffing, but it would be interesting to make a nitrite. And it's very easy, easier than this. No, I'm not gonna huff it. I'm long out of college. But there we go. Probably at about 40 milliliters out of our 75. I huff petroleum. Hey, benzene's got a good smell. Just gonna turn your liver to plastic. In so many words, I know someone's gonna correct me on that, but you know what I mean. Try sniffing amyl nitrate. It's not something you want on its own. It's a lot of people I knew when they were tripping balls, they would have some, and it would cause them to peak instantly. But that's, you know, I'm just going by what people said. I knew a lot of interesting people in college. With a lot of free time. Does huffing kill brain cells? It depends on what you're huffing, but overdoing anything is gonna hurt. That was one. Hey, don't knock beer and cereal until you tried it. Sometimes that's all you got. Oh, okay. I misread what you said. And that, let's see, let's pull this away. We're coming in on the end of it here. And we're coming in on the end of our stream. Cellulose nanofibers. That'd be cool. Will I ever do a collab with Cody? If he asks me to, I'm not going to bug him because I'm sure he's got plenty of people bugging him for collabs. Used to love the aroma. Don't realize what I'm smelling. It's see that the thing is, it's that little bit of exposure to that benzene isn't, I mean, it's not good for you by any stretch of the imagination, but a lot of chemicals that you can smell, I mean, I couldn't tell you what the threshold is for benzene offhand, but a lot of chemicals you'll smell long before they're going to start doing any damage to you. But like no benzene exposure is good benzene exposure, as a nice rule of thumb. But it's, you know, the people work with it on a daily basis, and they're not dead. You just gotta know how to do it, I guess. Let me check the chat. Once ignited my barbecue with beer, thinking the alcohol. Organic 2 lab. Yeah, I get a lot of tar in organic labs. A lot of kids do not want to be there and just eat the shit out of whatever they're trying to make. Super flammable, 4%. Yeah. Hey, let it dry. Have I ever gotten high from some chemical I was working with? When you say high, it kind of implies that I enjoyed it. So no, but I've had, I mean, not probably any, like a little like acetone or something like that. Not really. Yeah, maybe acetone. That's about it. Just a little bit too much. Other than that, maybe toluene. That's mostly at work though. But no, never gotten high from something I was working with. If by high you mean something I enjoyed. But I've gotten fucked up from things which I did not enjoy. We're coming in on the last of the distillation. Last little bits are there. Diethyl ether. I mean, I've not enough to notice a psychological change, but if, if I stuck around, yeah. Made chloroacetone by accident once. I don't. It's a terrible accident. Did I huff chloroform? I mean, don't get me wrong. I really I like the smell of chloroform. I don't go out of my way to huff it, but I've never had enough to actually feel anything. But I do really like the smell of it. Do I smoke the W33D? No. Can I do phosphorus thermite? My next batch of thermite videos. I actually saw your comment on that last video, but I should be checking my stuff more often. But I did see that. I might think about it. You can die from too much of any exposure at one time of anything, but some things will just do it faster. But yeah, I mean, it'll probably knock you out. Like, what will probably kill you is the fall from when you passed out from having too much. You probably hit your head on something before that. Sorry, I'm missing these things. Chloroform when having sex. I don't think that's called sex when you use chloroform. Oh, but to answer your question, sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, I know it is boiling dry soon. I'm gonna shut it off here. Just turn the heat off. Yeah, the heat's off. We're gonna do. Actually, I don't know if I responded to your comment, but that aluminum or phosphorus thermite, I actually see that used in mole killers. They press it into pellets, and you light them next to a molehill, and it like makes not phosgene, but phosphine. What's the one? I don't know. But I gotten in trouble for my experiments? No. Community strikes? No. Killed by chance? Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Yeah, YouTube does not like YouTube does not like chemistry channels. How about including chalk thermite? I mean, it could. It's out of the range of what I'm doing, but it's possible. I might think about it, depending on how. Oh, zinc sulfide and water and molten. Are you sure? Because where's the phosphorus coming to make the zinc sulfide? No, I'm actually not gay. Oh, zinc phosphide. Okay, or I know it. Never mind. I know what you mean. I might try it. I just have to look into it more. Yeah, sorry I initially missed your comment, Wovo. So there is our boiling flask. Bunch of goo. Yeah, they do praise them. That's why I'm pretending to be one on the internet. It's like I get good boy points for playing along with the ideology and power. And here is our product. Take this off here. Zoom out. Oh, I'd love to do organic chemistry. I just suck at it, but I'd like to. I would like to get into it once the Thermite series is done. Nitrite a chicken wing. John, yes, this is the artificial banana flavoring. Yeah, it's a lot of product. This is 2.5 times the paper what they initially started with. See what it smells like. Definitely more, like I said before, it's more candy-like than the amyl acetate. I don't know which one I like more. I'm kind of glad I made both, but this is definitely closer to the banana runts than the amyl acetate, but I would recommend both. So, what is the next stuff for thermite? Gonna do bismuth, molybdenum, black copper, brass and bronze, ferromolybdenum, niobium, and some others I probably forgot. So, thank you all for showing up. I think I'm going to end the stream here because it's been going for way too long. Here is our final product. Probably about 50 mils, give or take. Probably some left in here. But here we go. Oh, hey, you're back. Well, I'm ending the stream. I'm sorry. Well, not really sure how to end it. I didn't actually think I'd get this far into it by now. So, thanks everyone for showing up. Yes, there will be tungsten thermite. Have a good Sunday, guys. See you all later. Thanks for showing up, all 104 of you. Holy crap. See you guys.